Monday. So hopefully you guys have seen the big announcement video or my IG saying that now I am the new self-care ambassador for Health Storylines, and I will be doing future video and posts to explain a little bit more about the app. But they're giving me a trial run to see how many in the chronic and autoimmune community sign up, because they've never done anyone that had a YouTube channel. All the other ambassadors are strictly bloggers and not, YouTubers. So I really would appreciate you guys' support in helping me get the word out there regarding this awesome app. And if you have any questions, just let me know. But we have to click the link in the bio and then register to be a part of it. And then after that, you can download the app. But the way they can track how many people come in, it has to go through their website. So yeah, I'm headed to my lung doctor to get the results of my testing. I'm about to eat my breakfast and I will come along. Hopefully I can record the entire thing because I have a couple other videos from the end of the trip. But fingers crossed, we should be good. Be blessed. Hi there, how are you?
Okay, how are you?
Good. We saw each other. We saw each other back in March. Oh, you saw Anna?
I came in, yeah, because I was having really bad shortness of breath.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's actually. I'm glad that what she did. So Anna put in there that you were getting more short breath and you received what medication did they give you?
My infusion for my lupus the day before I came in here.
What infusion is that?
Benlysta.
I forgot what is that actually.
Not an immune.
That?
Yeah, I get it every 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, okay. Belimumab, okay. You've been getting that for years now.
Last 2 years.
Yeah. And so that your shortness of breath got worse after that. You got chest tightness, dry cough, hoarseness, some wheezing, and then at home your oxygen was also a little lower.
Correct.
Okay. Doctor, your heart is fine. And then your heart rate went really high. And then, okay. And did we give you any treatment?
No, you just ordered
Testing. Did Anna do anything?
No.
Okay.
She just said what you ordered was too complex for her to go over.
Right. Okay. But you're doing okay right now?
No.
Not really. You still short breath? Okay. All right. So let's go through this stuff together. So first of all, the most important thing is that the CAT scan did not show scar in your lungs, no fibrosis, which is really good news because lupus can give you that. That doesn't explain the shortness of breath, but at least it rules out that.
Good.
Now, this is a very important test. The first part shows you the air, okay? Air movement. If you have asthma, you cannot move air. If you had asthma, or asthma was the main explanation of your symptoms, we would see a change in this number, and we don't. It's actually normal.
Okay.
Your air numbers are decreased, but do not suggest asthma. Even more important than that is this number that shows your oxygen diffusing capacity of your lungs is really low, 44%. That will make anybody short breath. Now the question is why? Okay, so let's go back to look at. Then you have this asthma test. Asthma test at the very high level of the medicine, like super high, they drop your breathing below the threshold for asthma. So I don't think you have asthma. I think you have a asthma-like reaction.
Okay.
Okay? The treatment is the same. So for you, the semantics of what name we want to use is irrelevant because we want you to feel better. So
So don't be too obsessed about the asthma versus no asthma.
Okay.
Now, let's see. So that's what I need, because you had an ultrasound of your heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually very important. And you've never had a blood clot?
No.
You're sure of that?
They did a VQ scan when I was on the oxygen for the 18 months when I first went into the hospital.
When
and that was negative at Baptist.
At Baptist, okay. That's really, okay.
And they did the D-dimer, and that was negative also.
Okay, so hold on. Let me put it in here. Because we're going to need to put all that together. So the VQ was last year?
No, that was in 2015. Yeah, 15.
And they told you it was negative.
Mm-hmm.
Heart.
Yeah, I got a echo and 2 cardiac caths. One was at
The cath too,
mm-hmm.
and they measure your pulmonary pressures, I'm
Yep.
assuming.
Mm-hmm. He said everything was good.
I need to get those reports. So, let me take a listen to your lungs. Sit over here. You sound okay. So what is in my mind right now is that I don't know why your oxygen capacity is reduced, and I don't know if it is real or it's just a test. I'm going to give you a treatment for asthma because we can do that and it's not going to give you side effects. Okay? But you have a serious condition, and the question is, could it be that you're actually having reactions to the infusion?
Yeah, I talked to Dr. Brown after I saw Anna, and I see Dr. Brown Wednesday. And I told her I don't want to do the Benlist anymore, because this is the thing. It happened when I went on oxygen. I was having the shortness of breath when I started the treatments, but we didn't really know if it was the treatment.
Or, the treatment is supposed to help with the lung disease, but I tell you what we should have done, and I'm going to apologize for this because I guess he didn't call me. I would have probably just try to get a stat CAT scan after the infusion to see if the CAT scan after the infusion shows evidence of changes in your lungs, because before the infusion you were okay. You were kind of short of breath.
Yeah.
But you were feeling so, because if the CAT scan at the time of the infusion doesn't show anything, now this has been now a month, right?
No, my last infusion was, what day did I see Anna? It was the day before. I can't remember.
Yeah, so, but it's been a month?
It hasn't been a month. It's been like 2 weeks or a week.
Okay, because we can try to get it repeated. This one was in April, and see right now if it shows anything, assuming I can get it approved. Give you some treatment for asthma. I need to look at all the records from Dr. Amin.
Okay.
It's important to rule out blood clots, but it seems that you already had it done before. I don't want to order another test right now because basically, it's going to cost you money, and I mean, it's less likely. If your CAT was negative, it's likely to be that. But it could be that you're having intermittent asthmatic reactions. But if that was the case, if all you had was asthma, your oxygen number should be normal, and it's not. So the question is why?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I saw the kidney doctor last week because I had kidney failure before my lupus diagnosis and never knew why. But when my bladder is full, my breathing is even worse, and I have a family history of kidney disease. So they're going to do an ultrasound on Friday.
Yeah, but you don't seem to be hot, in a lot of fluid overload.
Yeah.
Well, I think we need to treat the asthma, which is what we can. But I don't want you to walk out thinking, he just thinks that I have asthma. No, I think there's something else going on. But let's treat what we can treat until we figure things out. And let's repeat the CT and see if we find any evidence that your lungs are getting in trouble related to the infusion. Because you're right. We may not want to give you more of those if you have, problems.
Exactly. And the day I came, she just was like, well, I don't want to give you an inhaler because my heart rate was really high. Yeah. And I'm like, I know I'm not in shape, but my heart rate shouldn't be 120 when I'm just sitting there.
There's a condition called exercise-induced pulmonary hypertension, in which people with lupus can clamp down the blood vessels when they exercise. And that you cannot show with a cath at rest.
Gotcha.
You have to do exercise. They put the catheter in your neck or your arm or whatever, and then they put you on a bike, and they ask you to exercise. And then they see the effect of exercise on the pulmonary circulation.
Wow.
Most doctors in town don't know about these things. But I don't want to order another test. Let's go. But I'm telling you, there are things in there that could partially explain. You have lupus. People with lupus have vascular disease. But let's just start with the simple things first. I mean, we keep going and we don't find anything else. That will be my next step. Say, okay, you don't have blood clots. Your heart is fine. You don't have a scar in your lungs. Then, well, let's find out if you have exercise pulmonary hypertension. That would make you so short of breath when you exercise. Okay? You can step down if you want.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I just got back from 5 days for a track meet for a track club, and it's been a challenge.
What do you do there?
My husband runs a nonprofit, community-based track and field program,
okay.
And we had regionals in Tallahassee.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I only made it out 2 days of it.
Oh.
The heat is just too much.
Too much, the heat, yeah.
Did you get you did get the lab work you ordered too, right?
Yes, I did. I mean, I'm pleased with that.
Okay.
Right now, I'm not concerned about that. I think it's working. Your immune system is working fine. Okay, so I'll give you a checkout here.
Okay.
Oh, I need a prescription for your asthma treatment.
Okay. And when I first was getting diagnosed with lupus, they did say about the antiphospholipid syndrome was positive, but the
and that's what I'm worried about. The lupus people always get clots. That's what I'm worried about, clots. But I don't know if we want to order another BQ. I just, you know, you could be that you have chronic clots in your lungs, but the BQ should be positive. If it has been many years, we could order it.
Yeah.
You have good insurance?
I have Medicare. So you don't need it off. And I didn't have Medicare when they ordered it. It was my private other insurance. So
maybe worth repeating it.
I'm fine with whatever.
Because it's not dangerous.
Yeah.
And
I'm up for whatever. I just want to know what's wrong.
Yeah. Well, right now we found something. Let's just be thorough. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing a CT of your chest again, without contrast, to see if there's changes in your lungs related to the infusion. Let's see if we can schedule that perfusion scan. Then we're doing some blood testing related to asthma this time, which we didn't do before. Bring you back in a month. I'm giving you an asthma treatment, this Brio, 1 puff a day. I'm giving you that sterile thing because if you use it and it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever, you don't have to spend money.
Exactly.
Okay. Now this other one is called Combivent. That's a rescue inhaler, and that one actually, it may be worth having it available for when you're walking around. The other is a treatment you do in the morning, you're done.
Yeah.
The other one you keep it in your purse.
Okay.
So it may be worth, it may be worth it. Now, if it is like $150, there are cheaper ones. So if you go there and they tell you it's too expensive, just call me and then call the office and we'll give you the cheaper one.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Here is this. Here is this. And then you just write it down before you really walk the door because I don't want to forget any of this.
That's good.
Anemia, do you?
I've had it, but not lately.
Okay.
My potassium is like every other month. It's to the point it drops as low as 2.7, almost getting admitted, and they still don't know why.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, let's see what it is. Because if your hemoglobin is really low, it affects that oxygen number on the test. Okay. All right. So.
Hey guys, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below and click the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload a video.
Hey guys, sorry. I did record at the lung doctor, and it did record what the doctor was saying, but my phone died when I left, so I didn't get a chance to come back on.
as you'll hear in the thing, my testing came back where my CT scan was okay, but my PFTs and my methacholine challenge, it does not show that I have asthma, but it shows a significant reduce in my lung volume and function, and he's trying to figure it out. He's going to treat me in the asthmatic way as far as inhalers are concerned. So he gave me a Brio inhaler to try once a day. He gave me 2 samples to see if that would help. I have to go back in a month, and so he pretty much said try it. If it doesn't work, then therefore I don't have to get a refill, you know, and pay out of pocket. He also gave me Combivent inhaler, which is a rescue inhaler, for when I'm out and about walking and trying to do, and when I'm noticing that my oxygen is really low, and to, you know, have that on hand to give me some kind of help. He's running more tests. He's going to do a ASAP VQ scan to check for blood clots again, because I told him I have not had, you know, he asked if I had one, and I told him I did, which was in 2015 when I first went on oxygen. So he just said it's very common for us with lupus to have clotting issues, and he's afraid that I could be getting clots in my lungs, or that the medication is triggering something with my, like the Benlysta. So I have to get all these elaborate labs, which I will put on the screen, the name of them. He wants to recheck to make sure I'm not anemic, which I'm pretty sure I'm not, because the lab work that I just had when I had my infusion showed I was good. I told him that I have issues with my potassium dropping, and they don't know why. So let's see. The VQ scan for the blood clots. He's going to repeat a CT scan of my chest to see if it's been any changes in my lungs since I've had this last Benlysta. He was very frustrated with the nurse practitioner that I saw, which you guys saw that appointment that I went in that day after my infusion. I was so short of breath, and she just did nothing. And he was like, she didn't even call him or anything, because he would have sent me straight to the hospital right then and there to get a CT scan to see if that Benlysta was causing my lungs to do some issues that's affecting my breathing worse. But I told him, I said, well, she said you were in the ICU, so, you know, I was already frustrated with that. But he's super nice. He's trying to get to the, you know, to the bottom of it, because he says that my condition is serious because something is attacking my lungs, and we've got to find out an actual name or treatment for it. He was saying if for some reason that the other testing that I'm about to have comes back normal, then there is a exercise based heart cath that you can do where they put a catheter in your neck or your arm, and you are on a bicycle, and they would check your pressures, because my heart cath that I had last, which would have been in 2016, did not show that I had pulmonary hypertension. So he was saying that if you're looking at your echoes and, you know, the heart cath, it wouldn't show if I had an exercise induced type issue. So he's pretty smart, so I'm trusting that he'll, you know, make the right decisions. I've already scheduled to get the crazy labs done for Friday, because I already have an ultrasound of my kidney that day, as well as I'm just waiting on the phone call from the hospital to tell me what else that I need to get done, because I see the rheumatologist Wednesday. It's just a busy week for me, guys. So I'm back home, like I said, and I'm in a lot of pain. I took a pain pill, or half a pain pill, and a muscle relaxer. I've been sleepy, but I just been busy trying to do track stuff and other stuff while in the bed. We have a very important track meeting tonight, so it's about 3:30. I really want to get up to try to eat something, but I really want to go to sleep also, but I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, it's what it is at this point. How was your weekend? Hope everyone had a great, weekend. Thank you guys for keep supporting my channel. It's just good to be able to share the struggles with people, some that have autoimmune and chronic illness and some that don't, but it's just good to be able to spread their awareness, whether good or bad, when it comes to living with lupus or any other disease. It's just a blessing that I have the platform to be able to do that. So with that being said, I'm going to cut this off and edit this video. I already have tons of video posted for the next 2 weeks, I believe, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this one out to you guys, hopefully scheduled for tomorrow or for Thursday of this week, because I want to just keep you guys in the loop. So let me get that going, and then I'm gonna find me something to eat. Be blessed.